Hi guys, this is Streamer Carl. So in today's video, I'm going to give you my review of episode 11 of season 3 of The Big Bang Theory. A popcorn beer of a holiday. So here we go, guys. I love this episode because it's the second Christmas episode, and it involves mostly Penny. Mostly Penny. Focusing on Penny. So here's the gist of it. It's about to be Christmas, and Beverly hasn't really doesn't know the truth. Like, she doesn't know that Leonard and Penny are officially an item. Well, Leonard doesn't tell Penny that he hasn't told his mom, uh, Beverly that he and Penny are an item, or officially an item. And of course, Sheldon basically gets in the middle of the conversation and basically says, "Well, Penny, I think why Leonard did not tell his mom right away that you and him were an item is because you're not the type of corn that goes for a guy like Leonard. And to be honest with you, your education is a little bit less cornified than a typical pretty corn. Typical pretty corn of a girl. And then Penny's like, "Is that true? Are you ashamed of being with me?" to Leonard. And he's like, "No, of course not. But you know how my mom is. Remember the last time she basically carved you and read you like a psychologist, like she is, and she basically brought out some childhood trauma from you, out of you, and from me. That's why." But eventually Beverly would come, and again, just like last time, Beverly is enamored with Sheldon, and vice versa, in a friendly way. That gets under the skin of Leonard, because Beverly is basically tells everything to Sheldon at this point. And what Sheldon did not know is that her mom, meaning his mom, was divorcing or doing the banana split with his father, meaning getting divorced. And to top it all off, Beverly did not have the time that to tell Leonard that his dog Misty died a few months ago. But she had the time to tell all of this information to her confidant and trusted confidant, Sheldon. And that obviously rubbed Leonard the wrong way, but also wrong way / funny way. So of course, Leonard basically locked himself up in his room, and Sheldon offered some tea to make him comfortable. So he thought. But the tea was for himself. And at this point, guys, at this point, Penny needed a drink, and she offered to take Beverly out for the same drink, you know. And when what we got was basically Beverly 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 Hofstadter in a whole different way. She lost every every psychologist, every psychological, analytical side of herself, and she basically wanted to basically hit on a bus on a bus boy at the Cheesecake Factory, and she would then after driving back home as best as she could, Penny and Beverly, you know, got back, and of course at this point Beverly was totally drunk, and she was totally drunk, and Leonard was like, are you guys both drunk? And then Beverly was like, why didn't you tell me that you were tapping my homie here? Is it because she's not educated enough? That's why you didn't tell me? No. And then Leonard was like totally confused about this, and then in a sudden moment of clarity and basically honesty from Leonard, and a little bit of honesty for the first time from Beverly, and not being so analytical and being a psychologist. She said to Lennon, you yearn for a closer relationship with me. And for the first time in a very long time, guys, Beverly gave a sweet, enduring, but awkward hug to her son Leonard. Then, the most intriguing part of this whole popcorn beer of a holiday is that Beverly was like to Sheldon, because Sheldon was like, why is Leonard hitting his head on his headboard. Then basically Beverly basically lost all common sense and basically said, come here to Sheldon, and basically gave him a very passionate kiss. Then the next morning when everything was back to normal, Beverly was like to Leonard, I don't have time to comfort your needs, Leonard. And then Beverly was like to Sheldon, I'm sorry for the way that I acted, towards you last night. And then Sheldon, Sheldon was like, I don't blame you. I blame Penny. I blame the popcorn beer that you had, or how many popcorn beers you had from her and from her establishment of work. And then Leonard was like, what happened last night between you two? But without saying what happened last night between you two. And Sheldon and Beverly and Penny were like, you don't want to know. And basically said, and basically Leonard said, okay, let's start out of mind, out of sight. And that's how this wonderful corn beer of holiday of an episode of The Big Bang Theory. And so with that being said, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, and if you want to expand your time here on my channel, and if you want to get updated about my latest videos about like this one, don't doubt and hit that notification bell. Now, if you want to expand your time here on my channel, besides hitting that notification bell, don't doubt and hit that subscribe button and tap that subscribe button. And with that being said, guys, until we nerd again, bye.